ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विद्यारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. I bestow my head and my humble pranam in the lotus feet of the goddess of knowledge, music, education, and wisdom, Goddess Saraswati. Namaskar, everyone. I am Suraj Nirwan, Indian classical tabla player. And today I'm going to talk about how spirituality, meditation, music, and especially Indian classical music has changed my life and how it is helping me to change the life of other people around me. Music is a universal human trait. Like any other art form, music has always been viewed from aesthetic perspective. I mean, we all like music. We like to get entertained from music. For some people, for most of us, music is just a source of entertainment. But for some people, it is also motivation, inspiration, devotion, and for some people, it is worship. I'm going to talk specifically about Indian classical music because that is my genre. Indian classical music is perhaps one of the oldest form of music ever documented. It takes back to the time of Vedas around 5000 to 2000 BC. One of the four Veda, the Samved, it talks about Indian classical music, the raga system, the tal system, the nad, the brahmanad and things. And there are certain other scriptures available like Natya Shastra, written by great Bharat Muni, and Sangeet Ratnakar, written by Narad Muni. These are also available. Some ragas have healing powers. I mean, we all like to get entertained through music. There are a lot of genres: rap, pop, commercial music, Bollywood music. You all like rock music? You all like pop music? Okay. You like Western classical music? Okay. You like guitar? इतने से नहीं समझ आ रहा मुझे. You like guitar? Okay. I play guitar as well. I was a guitarist, I was a singer. So you like piano and you like other instruments. Anybody likes tabla? Wow. If you like tabla, then you will get free passes for my next concert, okay? Well, well, every instrument is good in its own way. The best part is we need to be positive about what we are doing in our life. So I chose Indian classical music because I wanted to come in this field, and also because when I was around in my college time, so that was a time of when the rock bands scene was new in Delhi. I mean, we were inspired by many rock bands, and that scenario was coming up. So I wrote a lot of songs. I also went to Bombay. Then I did some struggle there. Then I came back because that was not my cup of tea. So then I started following the traditional style. Although one of my song with a band named Eternal Bliss, which is a part of a youth drive called Sam Workshop. So I was associated with them for almost 10 years. So I wrote a song called Haryanvi Rock. रात रात भर ताऊ ने डीजे पे नचा रहा से तने बेरा कोन्या बावड़े तू कड़न जा रहा से. So so I made that song with the band, of course. It got viral at that time. I don't know if you have heard about this or not. So but then I realized that fame was not something I was looking for. I wanted inner peace, inner satisfaction. So then I started doing meditation. And when that thing worked on me, I started learning more Indian classical music and going for the nuances and going deep for this music form. And then I read about the raga therapies and the tal therapies. So I started proceeding further. So I was telling you about the raga. There are certain ragas which are helpful for curing some diseases, like Rag Bageshwari can help in curing hypertension. It will give you calmness. And Rag Asavari can help in breathing problems. Rag Bhairav is called the morning raga. So whosoever practice that raga in the morning or listens to it, it gives peace, and also it helps in throat diseases. I tell you about one incident which happened. It is a documented incident which happened during the time of World War II, when Benito Mussolini, the dictator of Italy, he was having sleep problems. He was not able to sleep for many days. So he got to know that one famous Indian classical vocalist of that time, Pandit Omkar Nath Thakur, was having concerts in Rome. So he invited him at his place and he humbly asked him that, Panditji, I have heard that Indian classical music has some magic. So can that magic work on me? So Panditji smiled and replied that, yeah, please tell me what is your problem. Then he said that I haven't slept for months and no medicine has worked on me so far. So I thought to ask you. Then Panditji just brought his tanpura, the bigger instrument, and he tuned it. Or then he started singing Rag Puriya. Rag Puriya. You won't believe, after a few minutes, just taking the alap, the initial part, Mussolini was, he fell asleep and he was snoring. And he slept for many hours. That is the power of Indian classical music. Well, I'm not saying that it can only heal things, it also brings positivity in the environment. It also helps. It has worked on many animals also. Like we have heard about the legends of Tansen. He used to sing Rag Deepak. That was a particular rag which has extinct now. With that raga, he used to lighten up the lamps without the use of fire. And we have heard about Baiju Bavra. He used to sing Rag Megh Malhar to bring rain in a place of drought. So there were a lot of ragas and also the tal. So I tell you about one incident. Maharaj Kodau Singh, he was a famous Pakhavaj player during 18th century, if I'm not wrong. So he played Gaj Paran to, to neutralize a mad elephant. With that one Gaj Paran, Gaj is elephant, Paran is a composition of Pakhavaj. So there are many, many stories about this, and practically on my life, when my mother used to have, I mean, my mother told me before I was coming to TEDx that your Papa used to play tabla. She had some migraine problem due to some issues. So my father used to say, just sit for a while and just sit in a meditative posture. My father would play some particular bowl and she would fall asleep. So that is how things have happened in my life. Indian classical music is also a core element which has promoted the culture of India in different countries. It is a soft power which has captured and centralized the focus of many, many music listeners across the globe. Their lives have changed. Their lives have become more better, much more better than what it was before. I'm not saying, I'm not bigoted about any particular form of music or anything, but this is what I got to know. One of my friend, Joel Eisenkramer, he was a popular reggae artist in America. He started learning slide guitar, Indian slide guitar, like 12 years ago, and then he was in love with India. He would often visit India. Every year he comes here, and now he gives lecture on Indian classical music, and he promotes Indian classical music everywhere in the world. And and once again, this incident, because this has changed my life and my perception towards this music, because it is a profession for me like many other professional musicians. But I saw a man in Italy. I was there last year. His name is Gyani Rikitsky, also known as Gangaji. He has lived in India for 10 years and he plays sitar and also a very old instrument, an ancient instrument, Vichitra Veena. I mean, we don't usually get to see that instrument nowadays. So that instrument he played, I think he played for 5 minutes and he just mesmerized all of us. And his place is called Saraswati House, where he lives in Italy. and he speaks fluent Hindi, and he says that he was also into a different musical stream, but when he get exposure to Indian classical music, he started promoting this music. Whatever form we choose, whatever musical engineering or anything, whatever we choose, just make sure our thoughts are positive. I mean, we talk about change. What kind of change? We have already changed a lot of things in the world. The change has to be on positive grounds, and that positivity comes from within. When you are connected to your inner peace, then only you will talk about peace outside. So, I was inspired by my father. I would always see him play. He was a great tabla player. And one day I asked him, can you teach me? I mean, I was although performing since I was 4 years of age, but for traditional training, you have to follow a traditional procedure. So he said that I can teach you, but I can teach you as a son. But to learn this art form, you have to follow the discipline of Guru Shishya Parampara. I mean, that was my father telling me this thing. Guru Shishya Parampara is an intimate relation between the master and the disciple. You have to follow a particular time for practice, and there are certain procedures. So my training began with the Delhi Gharana because Gharana was my priority, and Gharana is like the universities, Cambridge University, this college, Delhi University, Punjab University. So in older times, it used to be Gharana, Delhi Gharana, Punjab Gharana, Gwalior Gharana. So all those princely states, they used to have certain musicians who would follow a particular style of music and particular tradition, which was again followed by next generations, keeping the soul of the first tradition alive. So he always emphasis he always emphasis on being positive about my music. I mean, I personally chose Indian classical music just to not just to earn money, but also to inspire other people. And yet, I'm standing here as a cultural ambassador of my Indian classical music. So, thank you very much. So now let me introduce the world's most melodious rhythm percussion instrument, my life, the Indian drum, tabla. Can I have a huge round of applause for tabla? Like different languages in the world, tabla also has its own language, the language of communication. So we have English, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati. Tabla has a language of bowls. Out of these bowls, we make compositions. So we can imitate the sound of certain natural and unnatural things, and we can respond to each and other instrument also. So I'll give you some demonstrations. Tabla's language would be dha dha te te dha ti dha, dha tirikit tak tirikit dha, dha tirikit tak 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 dha dha dha. So then we can imitate certain sounds, like if I have to, I will play a sound of the thunder and the storm. Sound of rain. Sound of rail gadi. Sound of horse running. Now we have some definite compositions which have their structures. We have a very famous composition style called kaida, and we have these kaidas are definite structures, And then we have Tukda, then we have Rela, which can imitate the sound of rail gadi. It is very fast playing. So I'll give you some example. धागे न धाते क घेन धीना के धिट धागे न धाती धातरिकट धागे न धाती धागे तीना के ना धागे न ताते क केन तीना के धिट धागे न धाती धातरिकट धागे न धाती धागे धीना के ना धागे न Then we go for the double speed, double the tempo. Let us have a competition with the claps, okay? आप तालियों से जवाब देना. You will reply with the claps and I'll play something from here. Did that change something in you? Are you happy? Thank you very much. That is the change for betterment, which I do. And whatever field you choose, whatever stream you have, always remain positive. Always watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts. Swami Vivekananda said, watch your thoughts. They become action. Watch your action. They become habits. Watch your habits. They become character. And your character leads you to the final destination. In the end, I would like all of you to please close your eyes because I'm also a promoter of peace. Close your eyes and I will recite the Shanti mantra. Om Devo Shantirantariksha Shanti Prithvi Shantirapah Shantirokhadayah Shanti Vanaspatayah Shantir Vishve Devah Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvagvang Shanti Shantireva Shanti Sama Shantiredhi Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you very much.